This video will cover the basics of plagiarism. Plagiarism is the act of presenting the words, ideas, or images of another as your own. It violates ethical standards of accuracy, honesty, and truthfulness in scholarship. Self-plagiarism is the act of presenting your own previously published work as original. It misleads readers and falsely inflates the number of publications on a topic. Plagiarism, in all its forms, can be avoided by following sound writing practices. Some kinds of plagiarism are deliberate. For example, copying an entry or a substantial part of one from Wikipedia and submitting it as your own work. Others may be the result of carelessness, such as forgetting to put quotation marks around quoted material even when you do cite the source. Regardless of the motivation, plagiarism is the result of both actions. Whether deliberate or unintentional, plagiarism has profound real-world effects. Self-plagiarism has many of the same consequences as regular plagiarism and a few others as well. You can avoid self-plagiarism by citing your own work carefully. If you wish to reuse some of your previous work in another paper, provide a citation to your original paper and a footnote detailing the amount of material being reused. The core of the new document must constitute an original contribution. To reuse short passages of previously published work, for example, descriptions of an instrument or analytic approach, include only the amount of previously published material necessary to understand the contribution. The best way to avoid plagiarism is to master the art of citation. The rules for citation apply to all sources, regardless of whether they are in print or online, or whether you paid for access to them or obtained them at no cost. Another way to avoid plagiarism is to manage your time effectively. The fight against plagiarism begins long before an assignment is due. Sometimes, writers plagiarize out of desperation or stress because they have left an assignment to the last minute. Start your research early and give yourself enough time to write so that you won't find yourself in this situation. If in doubt, cite and consult. Experience with reading and writing scholarly research will refine your sense of the appropriate level of citation. If you're in doubt as to whether something needs a citation, include a citation. You can also consult with a professor, advisor, librarian, or staff at a writing center if you have questions. This video gave a brief overview of plagiarism. Proceed to the next lesson to learn about citing sources.